Alright babes, welcome to another Pilates workout. Today we have an arms and abs focused routine, so let's get started. We're going to be on 2 heavy springs. If that's too much for you, go down to 1. If it's too light for you, of course, go up 1 spring. It is your practice. You get to choose your spring load today. We are starting off with an assisted arm crunch, getting into the core right away. You grab those foot straps. Your arms start right above your shoulders, your knees are above your hips, and you're slowly taking those arms to the side, pressing that lower back into your carriage. Now start to get comfortable here. We're going to be here for a little while with different variations coming your way, but I really want you to focus on activating that core and pressing hard through that carriage. There should be no light seeping through the lower back in your carriage. Taking that breath with movement, we're going to start adding in those legs. So on this next one, press down and hold, extend those legs straight. You're going to take those arms up as those knees bend and straighten all together into that hollow spoon. Hit that dead bug position and straighten out hollow spoon. Now, if you notice that your lower back is starting to arch, I don't want those legs to get too low. Keep them a little higher. Strengthen that core before we try and push ourselves a little too hard. Now in 10 seconds, we have another variation coming your way. So in 10, we're going to slowly start pressing those legs out to hold in 3, 2, hold it still. You're in that hollow spoon. I want you to scissor kick those legs all the way up and all the way down. Now again, you don't have to take them as low here, but I really want you to focus on stopping those feet right above your hips. Keep them nice and small. You're beating those legs, inner thighs together, toes are straight, and hold. We're adding in those arms now. Now you can see my knee starting to bend because my lower back was starting to arch. That is an option to prevent the arch. If you're strong enough, keep those legs straight. You're just opening and closing those arms right here. Good, I know it burns. Take whatever variation suits you. We're only here for 10. And for 5. Keep it going in 3, 2, and 1. Arms go up, legs go straight. We're going to drop them all the way down, all the way up. You're squeezing those inner thighs, your ankles together, trying to keep those legs straight all the way down, all the way up. We're almost done with this core warm-up. We have one more variation to go. You're going to hold those legs up and start big scissor kicking with a crunch. One leg goes up. You're going to frame that leg and give me a big crunch. Your goal here is to let your body go to your leg rather than your knee come to your face. Getting those shoulder blades up and lifted. You're going to start feeling those obliques activated here. Now on this next one, you're going to choose which leg you're on and hold it. We have some pulses. Little pulse, pulse. You're going to pull those shoulders in, shoulder blades high. Feel that oblique start to squeeze. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Switch legs. You have that pulse. Good. This is where we finish. In 3, in 2, and 1. Relax it down. We're going to start with our arms. We're keeping the same spring load. You're going to bring that pole up to a straight position. You're going to press those hands against the pole, move your knees all the way back, extend those arms almost like a Superman pose here. You're going to try and keep those hips in line with those shoulders, a nice straight line from the top of your head to your knees. This is almost like a push-up, but I want those elbows to stay in towards your rib cage. It's going to start activating the triceps as well as the chest here. This is your giant chest press. If your wrists start to hurt here, I want you to focus on taking those knuckles and point them down towards the edge of your front platform. It'll align the wrist with your knuckles and take the tension off of your wrists. You might need to adjust your upper body, maybe take a break, shake it out, but we have a variation coming your way. We're going to be holding it in halfway. In 3, 2, and hold it halfway. Make sure to breathe here. Try and get that 90 degrees, and we pulse in and out, in and out. Take those breaks when needed. You got this. I know it's spicy. Good. We have one more hold and push. There we go. We're back to full range. You got this. Only a few more seconds to go. This is going to be your last rep. We have a flying catfish coming up. You're going to keep that same spring load, same position. All you're going to do is enter into a high plank. Your toes are going to tuck under. You lift those knees up. You're going to try and get that back as flat as possible as you pull those knees in, stopping them right under your hips, and extend those knees out. Nothing in your upper body is moving, it's just those knees. We're focusing on our core here. Now, if this is too challenging for you, we have a few options. You can add another spring load on. It'll take the tension off of your core a little and make it easier for you. Or you can stay on that spring load, drop those knees, and just focus on the knees pulling in and out. Both do the same thing. You're still going to have those arms extended. Your upper body is working as well as your core here. On this next one, you're going to hold those knees right under those hips. Pull them in. Hold it there. Tighten that core as you drop those knees up and down. You might feel this in your thighs as well. Squeeze those glutes. Good. Those arms are starting to hurt. Slight bend in those arms. Hold those knees. Go for that still tension as you slowly extend back to full range. We're only here for 5. Keep it slow for 4. Pull that belly button in for 3, 2, and 1. You can drop those knees. We're going to turn around. We have our sexy back up next. You're going to need those arm straps. I like to cross mine into an X for a little more tension. You can keep them straight as well. If you want to keep that spring load, you can. I found it a little too heavy for me, so I ended up going down to 1 spring. You can always adjust it throughout your class as well. For your sexy back, notice that I have a slight hinge in my body. My booty is up off of my heels. My elbows start all the way back, squeezing into my rib cage. The only thing moving are my forearms. All the way back up, extend. Then you bend at the elbows, keeping the elbows high. You take them back. You don't want them to fall too in front of your hips. You want the tension on those triceps the whole time. We have a variation coming your way. We have a static hold with those arms in 3, shake it out, get ready in 2, and 1. Extend those arms up. You hold it there. Relax those shoulders away from your ears. Try and pinch those shoulder blades together. Lift those arms up 1 more inch. We hit that full range in 3, 2, and 1. Bend it down. Keep those elbows high. You're only here for 10. Keep that movement slow. You're here for 8. Take that final 1, you got it, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We have your chest opener. Woo, you got this. Uncross those straps if you had them crossed. Find your grip. Your arms are going to start right by your hips. Shoulders roll back and down. You can adjust the spring load. I definitely did. My triceps are burning. I'd rather good form than having that heavy spring load. Your arms are going to go by your side. Palms face the front of your reformer. Extend those arms back, keeping them nice and straight. Your goal is to try and get those thumbs to touch, kind of like a half circle here. And then notice that my hands stop right at my hips. I press it all the way back, maybe hold for 1 or 2 seconds, and slowly bring it back to my hips. You might feel a lot of tension going up in your shoulders and they slowly start to rise. That's when I want you to take a break, shake it out, roll those shoulders down and back, and start again. If it's still too heavy for you, you can always take a seat on those heels. Same movement, lifting that chest up to the ceiling. Focus on your breath. Those triceps should be burning. And just because it hurts, we are not skipping a variation. Let's go. We're going to push those hands all the way back. Get ready for it. In 3, 2, 1, you hold it back. We're going to try and get those thumbs to touch. You're going to open out and press in. Get them to touch. Don't let them fall to your sides. Keep pressing with those triceps. Try and get those hands to the back wall. In and hold. Extend back and take it to full range in 3, 2, 1. Full range. You got this. Final few seconds. Take those final reps here. You're going to get back up on those knees. We have some lateral lifts. Maybe you need to choke up just a little more on those foot straps. You're going to lift those arms straight out in front of you. Open them out just a little more to the side, high V. And then 1 more. You're going to tee out those arms. Repeating this over and over. Arms go straight up to the ceiling. Engage that core. Take those arms nice and slow, otherwise you will fall off of your carriage. V out those arms. Relax those shoulders. And T out those arms. There's no variations on this one. I just want you to focus on taking those arms nice and slow and keeping your core nice and tight. You're in the final 10 seconds. You got this, babes. Breath to movement. Finish strong. We have a newspaper coming your way. Again, you can either cross those straps for more tension or keep them uncrossed. For this one, you can stay up on those knees or drop down onto those heels. Your shoulders roll back and down. Elbows are going to stay glued to your rib cage here as you open them up to the side, pressing the triceps, squeezing those shoulder blades. Bring them back into a parallel position. Your elbows and wrists are going to stay in line the whole time. Good. No arched backs here. Belly buttons are pulling into that back wall. Everything is engaged here. I gave you a break with no variations on the last arm set, so we're going to get back into it. On this next one, you're going to hold those arms all the way open, squeeze. We have those windshield wipers right here. You're going to take those wrists up to your shoulders and down to your hips. Those triceps should be on fire. Press those wrists to the back wall. They're going to slowly start to close together. Your goal is to keep those triceps pressed back. Whew, shake it out. Get back into it. You got this. Windshield wipers up and down. If you can, maybe speed it up, maybe slow it down. We hit that final range. Closing slow, pressing back open. Again, if you want an extra push, you can always lift up on those knees. Finishing strong, we have 5, 4, 3, 2. We're in our final arm move, you guys. Take a seat on your booty. You're going to keep those straps with you, feet out in front of you, bicep curls to finish. Try for that high bicep curl. That just means that your elbows are going to try and stay in line with those shoulders. Shoulders press away from those ears. I want you to have a slight hinge back, almost like you're doing a half sit-up here. It's going to help engage your core. Now in 5, we have a variation. You're going to pull those arms up to a 90-degree and hold in 3, in 2, and 1. Let's go. Hold it there. Squeeze for that static hold. We're going to start pressing those arms up and down, up, down, up, and down, straight up to the ceiling. Try and keep those elbows as high as possible. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, you got this. Keep it going. Awesome, you guys. We hit that full range in 5, in 3, 2, final full range of those arms, you guys. We only have a little obliques and then we are done. Finish strong, you guys. We only have a few more seconds here. Then we're going to turn around. Option to keep one spring load on. Option to have no springs at all. Drop those cables. We are done with those. You're going to move that handlebar all the way down. Give yourself some room. Hands to that front platform. Your right leg is going to go over your left. We have a twisted plank to pike here. Hips rise up to the ceiling and down to a plank position. Now I know those arms are going to get a little shaky, so I'm going to show you a different variation if this is too hard. You can always drop it down for that twisted crunch, still hitting that left oblique. If you take that option, elbows are on that front platform, your right knee stacks over that left, and you're going to round that spine like an angry cat. Give me just a few more before we enter into that twisted saw. All you're going to do is drop those hips in line with those shoulders and freeze it there. Pulling those shoulders, rocking them back and forth. Notice that my body doesn't move, it's just my shoulders. You're pulling from your left oblique to pull you in. Good, nice and slow. There's no variations. You got this. Give me 10 more seconds. We go straight into the right side. Same exact move. In 5, 4, finish the one you're on. 3, 2, and 1. Again, twisted plank to pike, or you can do that twisted crunch. Left leg over your right, hands to that front platform. Lift those hips up to the ceiling, dropping back into that plank. Taking the last 10 seconds, focusing on rounding your spine here. Or if you're still in that plank to pike, getting those hips even higher, we have that twisted saw. In 3, in 2, and in 1. Drop those hips, rock those shoulders back and in. We are so close to the end, you guys. We have one more final move. You got this. We're going to just finish out with a center plank. In 5, in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whatever plank your heart desires, you can do a forearm plank, you can do a high plank, you can even drop those knees as I do in just a second, because my arms were shaking too much. I want you to hold it. If you're on your knees, maybe you want to pull those shoulders back and hold it in the center of your well. Focus on taking that belly button up to the ceiling. We're just here for 30 more seconds, you guys. While we're holding this, I want to just take some time to thank you for watching. And if you tried this series, leave a comment down below. Let me know how you liked it, what you guys want to see next. And yeah, thank you for having some fun with me. We got 10 seconds left. You got this. In 5, finish strong. In 3, 2, and 1, relax it down. You completed the class. I always like to allow some time for some stretches at the end, maybe taking a child's pose, maybe some cats and cows, anything to stretch your core and your arms here. But other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for working out with me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.